Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Today we're looking at the story of Relentless Aaron.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
You know this guy.
Yeah, I follow him online.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably know this already, but for everyone else, this guy went from like spending 7 years in prison
Yeah.
to landing this massive book deal, like $250,000.
It's incredible.
It is incredible, and it doesn't even stop there.
Right.
He goes on to build 3 different businesses.
And successful ones, too.
Yeah, successful businesses, not just, side hustles.
Right, yeah.
Like actually thriving.
Yeah. And what's really cool about Aaron's story is it's not just the success, it's how he achieved it, you know?
Yeah.
It's this constant evolution and seeking out opportunities.
So true, and that's exactly what we're going to be unpacking today.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of sources for this deep dive.
Okay.
First, we have this really raw and personal YouTube interview he did with another entrepreneur.
And then we also have this summary article that goes into a bit more context and analysis.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to be pulling from both of those.
And both of them really highlight his resourcefulness.
Yeah, for sure. It's like this underlying theme throughout everything.
And it's like his secret weapon.
It is.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's like rewind back to the beginning.
Okay.
7 years in prison.
Yep.
Gets out. And boom, $250,000 book deal.
Amazing, right?
That's impressive in itself.
Yeah.
But then he makes this first major pivot.
Right, because this is like mid-2000s.
Yeah.
And the publishing world's changing.
Totally.
Digital media is on the rise.
Yeah.
And instead of, clinging to the old ways, Aaron dives headfirst into this new world.
He sees the shift.
Yeah, he sees it.
And he's like, I'm going to be a part of this.
He's going to ride that wave.
Exactly. And so he takes all these online courses teaching himself video editing.
Smart.
Even starts doing like freelance gigs, creating marketing videos for local businesses.
Yeah.
Talk about like transforming yourself into an asset.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's not just waiting for something to happen.
Nope.
He's making it happen.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't all smooth sailing.
Right.
He even went through a period of homelessness during this time.
I remember reading about that, and that's where we see those early stages of like his goodwill hunting strategy kind of coming into play.
Hold on. Goodwill hunting strategy.
Yeah, like that scene in the movie
Okay.
where Matt Damon's character like spots all those undervalued things.
Okay.
That's Aaron in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me more about this goodwill hunting strategy.
So he talks about going to thrift stores, right? Finding these hidden gems.
Okay.
And reselling them for a profit.
Flipping them?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He even gives a specific example in the interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he says he bought something for $12 and flipped it that same day for $80.
$80.
$80.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, like, that's resourcefulness.
Yeah, it's like this knack for seeing value where others might just overlook it.
Yeah, totally. I love that. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the Relentless house.
Ooh, yeah.
Which...
His bed and breakfast?
Bed and breakfast, yeah, but it sounds like it's more than just your average bed and breakfast.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He owns 3 houses now.
3 houses?
3 houses.
Wow.
And he's attracting people from all over the globe.
Really?
Yeah, it's not just one specific demographic.
Okay.
In the interview, he mentions having guests from Argentina.
Wow.
Which really speaks volumes about, the reach.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It is. And like his rating on booking.com is like 8.3.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah, that shows he's got some serious hospitality skills.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
He does. But here's the kicker.
What's that?
His business didn't just survive the pandemic.
Right.
It thrived.
Yeah. And that wasn't just luck,
Right.
Like he built a system.
He created something adaptable and resilient.
Okay, so he wasn't just running a business.
No.
He was building something bigger.
Exactly. And this is where, we see the master of diversification coming in.
Okay, yeah, break that down for him.
So instead of relying on just one job or one source of income, he's got multiple streams flowing in.
Okay, so it's like he's built a diversified portfolio.
Exactly.
But instead of stocks and bonds,
right,
it's businesses and income streams.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah. So alongside the bed and breakfasts, He's got the media production still going on.
Right.
He's flipping items for profit.
Uh-huh.
And he even mentions selling high thread count bed sheets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably leveraging the success of the B&Bs.
That's so smart.
Yeah, it's like he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
He's thinking several steps ahead.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
It's a lesson we can all learn from, you know?
Totally.
Whether we're running a business or just managing our own finances. For sure. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for me.
Okay.
Aaron talks about business credit and how it was vital for him to access government funding during the pandemic.
Yes.
He really emphasizes this in both sources.
He does, and he breaks it down simply.
Okay.
He says, start with a secured business credit card
Uh-huh.
and then build a positive payment history.
Okay.
And he says that's how he got access to all these government relief funds
Wow.
when so many other businesses were struggling.
It wasn't about getting a handout.
No, it wasn't a handout.
It was about having the financial know-how to seize the opportunity.
Exactly.
That's incredible. And, a lot of entrepreneurs, especially those from, disadvantaged backgrounds, might not even know where to begin with something like that.
Absolutely. And he's advocating for this financial empowerment that goes beyond just making money.
Right.
It's about knowledge. It's about tools. It's about building a life of stability and freedom.
So before we jump into the rest of his journey, let's just pause for a second and reflect on what we've learned from Relentless Aaron so far.
Yeah. What are some of the key takeaways that stand out to you?
First off, the importance of pivoting, like recognizing when things are changing and adapting your skills to stay ahead of the curve.
That's a great one. And let's not forget the power of resourcefulness.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about what you have.
Right.
It's about how you use it.
Yes.
And Aaron's goodwill hunting strategy is a perfect example of that.
Totally. And then there's the crucial aspect of understanding business credit.
Yes.
And building those multiple income streams.
He's not just surviving, he's thriving.
Exactly, because he's diversified and he's prepared.
Exactly.
But there's even more to Aaron's story.
Oh, there is?
Oh, yeah. He has some really insightful perspectives on building a pandemic-proof business and giving back to the community.
Oh, I'm eager to dive into that.
We'll get there.
Okay.
But for now, let's just take a moment to think about what resonates most with you. What's one takeaway that you can apply to your own life or work this week? We'll be back to explore the rest of Relentless Aaron's incredible journey right after this. Welcome back. So we were just talking about the power of pivoting, being resourceful, and, understanding business credit.
Yeah, it's just like the foundation.
It is for success.
Yeah. But let's circle back to Aaron's bed and breakfast business for a second.
Okay.
Because he's doing something really unique here.
Yeah, it's more than just providing a bed and a breakfast.
Right.
He's creating an experience.
Yeah.
A sense of community, almost like a home away from home.
Exactly. And he talks about, cooking for his guests, creating this peaceful environment.
Yeah.
And offering affordable rates.
I mean, he's really going the extra mile.
He is, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And remember he mentioned building a miniature golf course on the property.
Oh, yeah.
And having cooks come in and prepare meals throughout the day.
Wow.
It's not just about renting rooms, it's about fostering that connection. So smart, especially during a time when, people are craving a sense of normalcy and belonging.
Exactly.
It seems like this approach is really resonating with his guests.
Oh, it definitely is. And it speaks to his entrepreneurial vision,
Okay.
He saw this gap in the market,
Uh-huh.
a desire for something more than just the typical hotel experience.
Yeah.
And he filled it.
And he did it in a way that's both profitable and sustainable.
Right. He's not just staying afloat, he's thriving.
He is, and it all comes back to that idea of building a pandemic-proof business.
Right.
So what are some key takeaways we can glean from Aaron's model?
Well, I mean, diversification is key, right?
Okay.
He's not relying on just one source of income.
Uh-huh.
If one area slows down, he has others to fall back on.
Right. He's got the B&Bs, he's got the media production, the product flipping.
Exactly. And he's created a business that can adapt.
Yeah. Right.
When the pandemic hit, he didn't panic.
Yeah.
He found ways to adjust and continue serving his customers.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how he talked about taking food orders and even selling those bed sheets?
Yeah. I love that he's not afraid to think outside the box.
That's the mark of a true entrepreneur.
It is okay, but there's another layer to this.
Okay.
Aaron keeps talking about being essential.
Right.
What do you think he means by that?
To me, it means offering something that people truly need no matter what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
Fulfilling a fundamental human need.
And for Aaron, he's providing safety, comfort, a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Like he's created this haven for people who are seeking something more than just a place to sleep.
It's like he's building a community, which is so valuable, especially in times of like uncertainty and isolation.
Yeah, for sure. But his story goes beyond just business success.
Right.
It's about giving back too.
He does mention being able to hire someone because of that government relief money that he received.
Right.
And offering those affordable rates at his B&Bs so people have like a decent place to stay.
It sounds like he's using his success to lift others up.
Yep.
Creating opportunities for those who might not have them otherwise.
It's a powerful message. Success isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about using your platform to make a positive impact.
It's about paying it forward, which brings us to another key takeaway from Aaron's journey.
Okay.
The importance of lifelong learning.
Yeah, he did speak about, learning those new skills during his transition from publishing to film production.
Exactly. And I'm sure he's constantly adapting and evolving as his businesses grow.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And he even encourages viewers to utilize resources like YouTube to learn about business credit flipping houses, all those variable skills.
It's a powerful reminder that we can't afford to become complacent.
Right.
We need to be constantly learning and evolving if we want to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, it's like he's saying, don't wait for someone to hand you an education.
Yeah.
Go out and get it yourself.
Yes. And the resources are out there.
They are.
Often for free. You just need the drive to learn.
That willingness to learn and adapt is what sets Relentless Aaron apart.
Yeah. And he doesn't shy away from challenges. He embraces them.
He sees obstacles as opportunities for growth.
He does. Okay, so what does this all mean for our listeners? What's the one thing they can take away from Aaron's story and apply to their own lives?
I think the biggest takeaway is that anyone can pivot. Anyone can be resourceful. Anyone can achieve like financial freedom and success, regardless of their starting point.
It's all about mindset, believing in yourself and your ability to overcome challenges.
Yeah.
Being willing to learn, adapt, and hustle.
And it's about taking action.
Yeah.
Don't just wait for things to happen. Go out and make them happen.
Relentless Aaron didn't wait for a book deal or a business loan.
Nope.
He created his own opportunities.
He did.
He built his success one step at a time, one pivot at a time.
His story is both inspiring and empowering.
It is.
It reminds us that we all have the potential to achieve great things if we're willing to put in the work.
So what's one thing you could do this week to be more resourceful, more adaptable, more relentless in your own life?
Yeah. What could you do?
Could you learn a new skill? Could you start a side hustle?
Yeah.
Could you finally take that leap of faith you've been putting off?
Don't let fear hold you back. Embrace the challenge.
I love that. And remember, as Relentless Aaron himself says, it's not impossible.
Words to live by.
It's really amazing how he turned his whole life around.
It is?
He could have easily let his past define him, but instead he used it as fuel to build something incredible.
Absolutely. And that's such an important point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in thinking, oh, he had a book deal or he must have had connections.
Right.
But the truth is, Aaron's success comes from his mindset and his relentless drive.
It's like he says in the interview, it's not about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have.
Yes.
That really struck a chord with me.
Me too.
Yeah.
It reminds us that we all have resources available to us.
Yeah.
Even if they don't look like those traditional advantages.
Right.
It's about being creative, being resourceful, making the most of what you've got.
And he didn't just build businesses for himself.
Right.
He built systems that can help others, too.
Yeah.
Like his approach to business credit.
Yes.
He breaks down this complex topic into actionable steps that anyone can follow.
He demystifies it.
He does.
He shows people that building business credit isn't some secret reserve for the elite.
Yeah.
It's a skill you can learn just like anything else.
Remember how he talks about the importance of finding your unfair advantage?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was such a powerful concept.
It is. He encourages us to identify what makes us unique, what we're good at,
Yeah.
and then use that to our advantage in the business world.
It's about playing to your strength and finding a niche where you can excel.
Finding that sweet spot where your passions and your skills intersect with a real need in the market.
And he doesn't just talk the talk.
Right.
He walks the walk.
He's built multiple successful businesses by following his own advice.
Exactly. He's a living testament to the fact that these principles work.
They do. And he's so generous in sharing his knowledge and experience with others.
Yeah, his website's like a gold mine of information.
It is a gold mine for aspiring entrepreneurs.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Relentless Aaron's world, I want to leave you with this question.
Okay.
What's one small step you can take today to be more like Aaron?
Ooh, I like that.
Maybe it's researching a new skill, brainstorming a business idea, or finally taking that online course you've been eyeing.
Remember, you don't have to do everything at once.
Right.
Start small, take consistent action, and most importantly, don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Because, as Aaron has shown us, even setbacks can be stepping stones on the path to success.
So there you have it, a glimpse into the incredible journey of Relentless Aaron. We hope you found his story as motivating and insightful as we did.
And if you have a story you'd like us to explore or a topic you're curious about, head over to our website and let us know.
We're always on the lookout for new deep dives.
Always.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and stay relentless.